Welcome back to another episode of Zero to Hero. In this episode, we cover some spooky Halloween event. And I can tell you, this one is really good for my Zero to Hero journey. As always, special shout out to all my dear supporters that help me keep the lights on. And don't forget to check out the description if you want to see every single minute of my live streams. There is a playlist down below, as well as a playlist to all my edited videos, such as this one here. And of course, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. But now, without much further ado, let's jump straight in. I just like to complete all the dailies that I like to do. Like, for example, here the strike missions is just a really good thing to get done. I think it's really fun. That's why I do them. It's not, if you're a new player and you just want to follow along, it's not something that is after getting the Ascended Armor, for example. It's definitely not something that is like top priority. I think Fractals is way more important than strike missions here. But they are giving a nice gold boost every single day. So if you like to do those like 10-person content instances that are quite easy to play, to be honest, I think you should still do them every day. But of course, if you are a little bit on a budget in terms of time that you can spend per day, it's definitely something that you can also skip. And during the Halloween event, of course, go for the Halloween dailies and weeklies. Those are really nice as well. You can also exchange the profit shards into Mystic Coins weekly. That is a good point. You can also exchange them, so get some even more gold from the like strike missions that you do every single day here. But I want to mention here, I think for a new account, I think gold is something that you can get from like hundreds, even thousands of ways in Guild Wars 2. So I think you should always think about, do I need the account-bound currency of blue profit shards in the future at some point? If the answer to this question is yes for you, for your account, then you should not convert it into gold, because that means that you will at some point maybe need this specific currency, and then you will be saying, oh my god, why did I convert it? Now I'm farming it for it again. Because gold is something that you can get so many different ways. There will be a way that you can get gold without converting, for example, this currency. That's just my thing. Even on my main account, I would say a lot of currencies, yes, you can convert them, for example, Karma, but the exchange rates are so bad that I would rather just keep it and say, maybe I need a lot of Karma at some point, and then I will be lucky and happy that I just did not convert it. But of course, if you're in dire need and need a lot of gold or whatever, then it's your account, you can do that. I'm just saying, sometimes be a little bit careful. If you don't know, this is a fight where a lot of people always think, oh my god, we need feedback, because this is the important part here about, oh, the mobs deal so much damage here. This is straight up wrong. It is wrong. The important part here about this fight is that the mobs that spawn deal some projectiles, yes, but they are not the thing that kills you. It's just the aura tick that kills you. The mobs that spawn here, yes, they can be annoying. Yes, they can deal some damage, but the most amount of damage that you get here is the aura tick. So the projectile reflect that you get here is really like barely doing anything. So if you can outlast the aura tick, you typically can also outlast the projectiles that the enemies do. So having a reflect here, yes, some people say, oh, we have to get this, but it's really, it's completely overkill for the most part. Regarding Halloween, what I wanted to say is you should always go for the Halloween daily achievements. They give you some nice loot, and then the weekly achievement gives you even access to some unique skins that you cannot get any other way. So that's really good. And if you want to know the fastest way, and this is very concise guide how to get them, but in general, I would say we will do some of that here today to get some achievements and get some more triggered feedbacks. Personalized ones you cannot sell. They are personalized overall, so you can just open them, get some loot with that. If you want to get the most amount of gold, you can sell the normal ones or open them, whatever you like. I would just sell them because that's the faster way. But if you are feeling lucky, you can also open the trigger feedbacks and get some more gold. Is the Candy Corn Gobbler in the shop? Yes, I think the Candy Corn Gobbler and there are a lot of promotions currently going on. You have, for example, build templates 40% off. That's really good. You have Silverfat equipment templates 20% off. And of course, you have all the style items here. But I think currently the Candy Corn Gobbler is also 20% off. So 240 for the Candy Corn Gobbler. I think it's a really, really good investment. I might even purchase it here on this account if I have to be honest, because you get the booster. Like the boosters very consistently, it's really good. I think I have to invest some gold in getting the Candy Corn Gobbler. What is the Candy Corn Gobbler used for? Or all of them? I know there was an update on them that people are happy about, but I have no idea what it means. So the Candy Corn Gobbler is now in the Wizard's Gobbler as far as I know, but I don't have it here on this account, so I cannot showcase it. There is a, so to say, they are like 20 different Gobbler items, so they take away one currency and give you something for it, and they could clutter up your inventory, and the Wizard's Gobbler is a Gobbler that collects all the Gobblers, and you have all the Gobblers in one inventory slot. So that's where the Candy Corn Gobbler is now as well, as far as I know. But the important part about the Candy Corn Gobbler, why it's such a good item, is because you can get boosters from the Candy Corn. And you can just invest 15 Candy Corn, which is very cheap. You can just purchase some Candy Corn from the trading post. Where is it? And then you can spend it here. Like, it costs a little bit of silver, yeah, to get some Candy Corn here. And then you get some boosters, yeah. And you get boosters like experience boosters, like a karma booster, like a magic find booster. You can get those boosters from just investing some Candy Corn, which is insane because that just gives you more value for your playtime. If you're farming loot, if you're farming experience, everything is improved if you have the boosters, and it's really good. Is there anything else I need to know? I might be quickness hubbing with the staff and relic of speed first time. I think it's actually just follow the commander, try to take everything while also providing a lot of boons, and just don't get stuck behind. You know, that's what I'm doing here, like a little bit slow here. So just try to provide boons a lot of the times, and even if there's no enemy nearby, just try to provide boons to your allies, because then you will still get the credit if they are like across the map and get a kill. So it's like, other than that, just follow the commander and stick on the group. That's really like the main thing. That's the main thing. And if you don't have auto loot, press F like crazy. You don't see my keyboard, but I'm pressing like F, 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 F all the time. Yeah. So that's probably the thing that you would do as well if you don't have auto loot. What dailies do you think are worth doing? That's not an answer, not a question that I can answer with one specific thing. I think it heavily depends on where you are in your progression in Guild Wars 2. So if you're a veteran and have done all of the like full ascended, full legendary gear even, then you have completely different dailies that I would say are worth doing than someone that doesn't have full ascended gear yet and stuff like that. I think it highly depends also on what kind of content you like. So for example, if you like PvP, I think getting all the dailies from PvP in the Wizard's Vault is very worthwhile. But if you're, for example, someone that really dislikes instance content, then you would never do instances like fractals or raids. You would rather do some world bosses that you should get done every day or something like that. So I think it's really important that you understand everyone has their own playstyle, and then everyone should set their own goals, what to go for, and then you have the own dailies that you should probably say, this is the daily that I want to continuously do every single day. That's what I would recommend. Is a bag of coins worth buying? Yes. The 90 ones, or they are limited ones, they are crazy worth. They are really, really big amount of money that you can get from Wizard's Vault. Even the ones that you have unlimited access to in the Wizard's Vault, even those are worth buying if you have bought everything else. So those are worth buying if you bought everything else that is worth it to you. If you want to have a more concise and crazy debate about what's worth it and what's complete trash, check out my YouTube channel. I have a tier list about the Wizard's Vault where I talk about every single item in there. Should I get the Runecrafter, Salvage, or Magics if I have the other two already? So I would say if you're someone that salvages a lot, like wants to make a lot of money using specifically salvaging, then yes, Runecrafters is very worth it. If you have the Copper Fed or Matic already, and you have the Silver Fed already, and you are just a casual player or someone that doesn't really engage a lot with opening unidentified gear all the time, then I would say it's not top priority, but it will be a worthwhile investment at some point. So if you are like willing to spend some gems now to get more profit in the long run, sure, go for it. But I personally would say it's not the highest priority. It's way more important to have Copper Fed or Runecrafter. As soon as you have one of them, it's like you have like 90% of the money that you can get. But of course, if I would be you and I'm someone of like to be efficient, then I would always get this as soon as I have the chance, and it's currently on sale. So good chance to get it. Now, I would say any food is good because most foods give you plus 10% experience from kills, which is really good for the more experience, of course. If you want to get the most amount of gold, you would probably go for the Omnom Baby bar that I showed earlier. Give me a second. Those ones, because they give you more magic find and also give you 40% more gold from monsters. It can be a little bit more gold that you get that way, but it's really not like, it increases like those coppers that you get here that you see on the right side. So I get sometimes a little bit of copper. This will be increased if I have some more gold find from this one. But Ascended Foods is also really good. But it's really like you should go for the food that you have access to. For example, Ascended Food can be good because it gives you some specific other buffs. I would say the Magic Find Utility buff food, I think, how is it called? There are specific Halloween ones that you can also get for more Magic Find. This is good. But I would say in general, like increasing the Magic Find as high as possible is always good. If you reach exactly like 750 Magic Find or higher, then you are at the max Magic Find cap, which is obviously increasing the rarity of items that drop, which in the long run gives you more trick-or-treat bags and other stuff. So the trick-or-treat bags themselves are not affected by Magic Find, but the loot that drops from enemies is affected. So that's why Magic Find is so good for this event as well. Especially if you open no doors at all, then the Magic Find gets more important. Stuff like that can be, of course, taken into account with the food as well. It's not very beginner friendly, this jumping puzzle. You have to know the route to actually get it done, because there are some really nasty jumps in there, like where you have to jump down to actually get further ahead. And then you also have to be like on a timer, under pressure, and you also have to be like, to some extent, you are competing against enemy players because you somewhat see them here. Yes, not as like clearly as a full character model, but it's still somewhat annoying to see the names here. You can deactivate them, I know, but still. I'm quite slow here already again. Okay, we made it to the next big thing here. But like I said, we have to jump down, so you have to get ahead of this fog to be able to get the jumps in the later parts of the map. So if I don't get the fog ahead, yeah, you see, I have to jump down now and then jump here. So far, so good, but I'm not sure. Still not, we are getting... Concentrate. Concentrate, last few steps. Come on. And then you have to wait on top of here until the clock happens. The open clock. That's the only one that matters. Nice. We did it. Not bad. Third try. I'm happy. We did it. Very good. I will get you. There we go. Nice combo. You can teleport to the scarecrow and you can use that. Very nice. Okay, this guy planted a trap, I think, so I will be careful here. Okay, there's a trap. I will not walk in that, my friend. Gotcha. It's so fun. There's a 300 range, but if you are in range, it kills. It kills.